Everyone, welcome to the Becoming Natalie Dance Raw and Authentically Me series. So I'm just going to go straight into it. So I was just lying on the beach because every day I now get to choose what I want to do, where I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to have. And I'm feeling just so happy, so relaxed, and beyond grateful for this incredible life. And I'm supposed to be going dancing tonight. But I just saw this little area on this beautiful cala that I'm at, and I thought I could come this evening. And I've always wanted to do this. I've wanted to have ham and cheese and wine on a rustic cala. And then I thought, not only is this an easier option, it's one where I get to see the sunset. So it's what I really think I would prefer to do. I just felt so excited. And then I thought, well, if I go dancing, I'll be around people. But this, I've never done before. I've never had this kind of scenario before. And I feel so excited about this more than dancing. And I love dancing. I really do. But this I feel more called to. So then I was thinking, well, maybe I can go next Friday when I'm back in a different area of Ibiza. And then these other thoughts just started like flowing. It was like a penny drop, mic drop moment. And I thought, oh my God, I literally have created a business from the ground up and turned it into a 20 to 30K month business. And I've walked away from it to create a newer model, to literally more or less let go of all of that to align to what feels better for me. And then trusting that it will, in divine order, work out. Like the freedom I have created and so desperately wanted for so many years. And that took me 2 years to get here, to let go of the fears and the learned lessons, the painful ones and the costly ones along the way. And I thought, I just had this thought, my God, I'm literally the bravest, most courageous, most trusting in the unseen person that I know. Who walks away from a business model that generates so much income to literally trust in a new way, a non-hustling way, a more aligned, more authentic way? People would think I was crazy. But I guess if I didn't trust, I wouldn't be here now, living some of it, knowing the rest is on its way. You see, most people, they stay stuck out of fear. And it's not always pleasant. I get that. But look at where I am now, the freest, the softest, the feeling like I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Now the luckiest girl in the world. And all because I have courage to go for what I want, no matter what. And I never give up. I seriously never give up. And letting go of what took 11 months to build after years to literally feel like I'm starting again, to change my messaging, my social media content, my work to what I want for the freedom and for the respect to my authenticity and my beliefs. And I am so beyond proud of this brave girl that I've become. And I know this all came to me because I finally allowed myself to be still in the silence I receive, in the downloads, in the stillness I create. I feel absolutely right now. I just feel so in awe of myself. And I cannot believe just how brave I have become. So incredibly courageous to follow my alignment. It's like this moment right here was the reflection. Like earlier, I was shutting the door to the place where I'm staying, and I saw myself, my reflection, and literally it all started to come to me like a spiritual mic drop moment. I am the woman who actually did it, no longer playing with potential anymore. I am living the very dream that most people don't even give themselves permission to imagine, let alone receive. And yet, from a girl who had little to no confidence or belief in herself, not so many years ago, a terrible, horrible negative mindset, I had become the girl who had the courage to burn down that version that was working in order to make space to what was finally true. So I was then finding myself sitting on the beach, choosing ham and cheese and wine on a rustic beach, a sunset over the noise, because I already became the woman who gets to choose, not out of fear, not because of scarcity, because this was what my intuition said. This right here is everything, Natalie, that you've been asking for. Yes, I could dance. I don't need to chase connection anymore. I could post or launch or push. But I've outgrown the proving. I am not avoiding life. I am actually living it more fully than ever because my joy is not dependent on performance anymore. And my God, most people dream of 20 to 30K months. I built it from nothing. Then I bravely, courageously walked away from it to build something more aligned, more sustainable for me. That is iconic, brave, wild, free, sacred. I was saying to myself, who does that? Who trusts to that extent, that deeply? Who lets go of successful to become fulfilled? The answer was I do, because I never came for just the money. I came for meaning. I came for impact. I came to live what I teach. And now I am. I literally feel like I am the bravest woman that I know. I am the proof that alignment over income leads to overflow in the long run. I am the one who chose freedom over fear. And now I am living it one barefoot beach moment at a time. And I didn't wait for someone or for the universe to validate me with evidence. I simply chose myself. I chose me. So this evening, I choose picnic on a beautiful rustic cala over dancing. And that wasn't just a sacred moment with a beautiful sunset. That sunset tonight, that's my reward. It's my reminder, my receipt. I am exactly where I need to be. And I always was right to trust myself. I was right to call that old business model out. And I chose me. I was right to choose that and to walk away. I was right to believe that there is more to me, to life. And yes, there were moments when I thought, oh my God, am I crazy for wanting this? But the answer is no. It was always a no. I just had to be brave enough, fearless enough, and have enough faith to follow the unseen footsteps, to get here to trust and what felt aligned to me. And that is courage in a bikini. That moment of reflection, it captured everything, the freedom that I have earned, not inherited, the success that I redefined on my own terms, not because I asked somebody's permission, the choice to live by my intuition, not by strategy. And that moment when I looked around and I realized I am the bravest girl that I know. I built a business from the ground up and I walked away from 20 to 30,000 pound months to rebuild it all in a way that felt like me. I didn't choose comfort. There was nothing at all comfortable about that. But the more I chose me, the more courageous I became. So I chose courage. And today I was sitting on a beach in a bikini, and this evening I will indeed live a dream of eating ham and cheese, drinking wine on a beautiful rustic cala, watching the sunset. Because this is my life, because I get to choose how I live. And that's the real luxury. That's the freedom. That's success in itself. Flowing to me, from me, following what felt true to me. Flowing to me from me following what felt finally true to me. That's courage in bikini. A soul-led, heart-healed, body-free, divinely timed testament to my becoming. All those years, I wasn't just healing. I literally was rewriting the blueprint, my blueprint. And now every cell of my life is echoing it back. I am courage in a bikini, not because I push, not because I prove, but because I finally stopped all of that. I stopped chasing. And in the stillness, I remembered who I am, my freedom, didn't come from escape, it came from embodiment. And my innocence wasn't weakness like some souls led me to believe. For years, it was my portal to my power, my silence. My silence wasn't absent, it was sacred receptivity. And the Healed Heart Blueprint wasn't and isn't just a course, it was my crossing over. And I am the proof. And I have literally been walking myself home, returning to my innocence. I laid it all down, the strategy, the content, the plans, all the performing. And what emerged finally was me in full frequency of joy, beauty, softness, power, trust. This isn't just a message of inspiration, you guys. This is a message of permission to rest, to choose, to believe, to let go of what works on paper or what feels like true. And I am that permission you have been seeking. I didn't arrive here by force. I arrived here by choosing myself over and over and again and again and again until the universe caught up. You see, this reflection I am carried in a bikini is the living, breathing embodiment of the journey that I guide people through in the Healed Heart Blueprint. What you're experiencing right now is the result. What I'm experiencing right now is the result of walking my own method. And this is how each module ties into my story. And these are the ones that stand out so far as it's not fully released yet. So in module one, which is returning to safety, stillness, and truth, my return was my return to innocence, my freedom, my silence, my stillness to receive. This is the anchor. I am not hustling. I am not pushing or proving anymore. I am finally receiving. That space I landed in, the beach, the sunset, that is the manifestation of this module in real life. And I let the noise just fall away and I allowed the whispers of my soul to get louder than the world. And that's what opened the portal. So this moment is the fruit of module one. Then in module two, we have healing that inner push-pull dynamic. I let go. I let go of fear. I let go of chasing, of reaching for connection that doesn't meet me. I stopped it all. I didn't go dancing to fill a gap. I didn't hustle to create my old income. I let go of chaos. You see, this story right here is the choosing peace over people pleasing, choosing solitude over settling. And this shows that I have broken the addiction to emotional intensity. And that's powerful. This is the evidence of nervous system rewiring and emotional sovereignty. So then in module three, which is rewiring your receiving frequency, I'm no longer hustling for it. I trust. I trust it will come. I am living in freedom now, returned to my innocence, my essence. I am allowing this story. This story is saturated in this energy. I am the woman who trusts that aligned income, success, love will flow without force. I said yes to joy tonight without needing to do anything for it. And that is pure receiving. The fact that I am choosing ease, beauty, and stillness, and my audience, my following is growing at the same time is direct proof that this rewiring is working. In this module, I learned, and in this moment, I realized I was allowing finally myself to receive without guilt, proving, or panic. And then in module four, which is trusting consistency and then letting it in, I walked away from a 20 to 30,000 pound a month business to build a new model that aligns. I'm not scared anymore. I trust this. This is right here. This is the ultimate act of trust. I choose long-term alignment over short-term comfort. I am trusting that ease can be consistent, that money can be consistent, that safety can be internal, not external. And I have let go of those highs and those lows of business, and I'm emotionally committed to my new reality even more, even before it physically all arrives. And finally, as we have, as I said earlier, not released the other two modules yet, module 5, self-honoring, boundaries, being fully seen, and self-devotion. I no longer show up for what drains me. I show up as me, for me, in my truth. You know, my social media has shifted. I am being seen more authentically now than ever. I am not molding myself anymore to get sales or followers. I am literally magnetizing through authenticity to this level of authenticity, heart-led authenticity in my work, in my life, in my breath, in my being. So this beach moment I had just a moment ago, this reflection, this embodiment, it's all because I have chosen to honor my truth and be fully seen without self-abandoning. So in summary, the strongest module threads in my story so far, module 1, in my stillness, I was able to make the decision to receive. In module 2, the release of chasing chaos or proving. I choose clarity and consistency. Module 3, I trust in divine timing. I trust in divine timing in the order of receiving and money flowing through joy. Module 4, I radically chose to walk away from success, to choose alignment, to choose freedom, and the success is now flowing. You see, I am unapologetic in module 5 in my entire being. I am the embodiment of being seen just as I am. You see, the Healed Heart Blueprint isn't just a course, it's a mirror of my journey. And this is what it looks like on the other side. It's not perfect and it's not done, but it's deeply freeing, wildly brave, and fully alive. And this feels like a prayer. I'm sending you a love letter to the divine, a declaration. So, Courage in the Bikini was born on the beach out of the work that I have been cultivating and embodying in the silence, in the stillness, returning to my innocence, my essence. And this is when I fully captured my frequency of freedom. So, a final note for me, if you stopped chasing, what would you finally hear? If you chose you like this, what would you become? There you go, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. There's a lot in there to soak up, I know. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to check out the Healed Heart Blueprint, links below or in my bio. And it's there whenever you are ready to make that decision to choose you. Send you so much love for my being there. And as always, I will be back very, very soon.